Then we're good, we're good. I'd like to welcome everybody to the town of Southbridge, Joint Protections of Person and Property Subcommittee, and Town Council Monday, January 9th, 2022 at 6 p.m. Veterans Room. The agenda is call the meeting to order. Next agenda item was roll call. Council Rivas.
Present.
Council Montigny.
Present.
Council Lazo is present. Julian, excused. The other guy. And Shinya. Yeah. Moving on to agenda item number 3, review, discuss, award of the $4,381 for the FY 2023 Student Awareness of Fire Education, SAFE, and $2,277 for Senior SAFE grants, and entertain a motion to Town Council for acceptance and the authorization of the Town Manager to sign all related documents. So a motion.
So, a second.
Discussion, Chief.
So, good evening, everybody. This is an annual grant that we put in every year for the last, probably the last 15 or so years. Gary Peck is our SAFE coordinator. You've probably seen him around town doing education to the seniors. But basically, this is really the funding that provides to get our children in the schools fire education. October, obviously, is Fire Prevention Month. The big push for the school system for us is that month. So Gary goes in with his group of people and they do fire education within that facility. The Senior SAFE is very similar grant, is the second one for the $2,277. We've gone to the Senior Center a few times to do education on a yearly basis, along with 150 Main Street and Charlton Street facility. So we try to push out these educational opportunities to the seniors and the children in town. And obviously this does include the parochial school that we have in town and any other daycares that may need it. Obviously age dependent at the daycare level, but this is the grant. We got it, got approved, and thank you very much.
Discussion, questions?
Just a quick question. For the senior program, you do go into the Latinx program as well?
If we have not, we will make that a point. I just need to know, have an invitation request. Yeah, that would be great. We'll need an interpreter. You're it.
Any other discussion on the agenda item? Not all those in favor? Opposed? Unanimous of all present. Moving on to agenda item number 4, review, discuss construction of a communications tower at 1 Mechanic Street, Southbridge Police Station, $100,000, $100,000. Not used to spending this much money. 2023 capital planning funding approved. Entertain a motion to the council to approve and to authorize the town manager to sign all related documents.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Chief?
So as you were reading through the agenda item, this should say for the cost of $8,750 for environmental drilling to be accomplished at the police station for the $100,000 project for the tower that's going to be at the police station. So I don't know if you want to reword. So June of 2022, a capital project was approved for $100,000 for a communications tower at the police station to do the things that we need to do when the fire station gets resold or demolished or whatever. To do the tower, I needed to do core testing in the area of the police station. So this should read to have the town manager sign the appropriate documentation for core drilling for $8,750.
That's a totally different motion. Let's vote on this motion, and then after we're going to have to create 4A.
So we're going to make a motion to amend?
No, this is a total different motion. We're going to create a motion. We have to create an agenda item, 4A, to vote as a second motion.
So the motion that we're talking
It's the
about,
tower itself,
but that was already approved in capital.
Well, yeah.
but not approved by council.
Yes.
And why is this in front of us?
It's worded incorrectly.
Right, it should be the only looking for is the $8,000 appropriation.
$8,750.
So what you want to amend is just the number,
Correct.
because it's still a capital,
Right, because
the
Mr.
drilling's coming out of the capital, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion. What was that number, chief?
8,700, page.
Mr. Chairman,
Good.
the motion reads that you're constructing that, but what you're saying is this is just to prepare for it. So I think we probably should scrap this agenda and do a new agenda.
Well, the thing is,
You're not constructing the tower, you're just
No.
doing a preparation.
right, it is a total
Site
different,
work.
Yeah, I agree. It's a new agenda.
So
it's
the-
totally, yeah, it's two different motions.
So the $100,000's already been appropriated and approved by council
Yes.
at last year's budget.
That's why it says funding
Right.
approved.
So that is gonna be constructed with the $100,000.
That's already
Right.
separate.
The $8,000 is for the drilling and prepping the land for it. So we would have to make a new agenda item altogether. Because in here.
Or a
it talks
substitute
about two.
motion. What was that number again, chief?
$8,750.
And this is coming out of the 100,000?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And it's part of the construction of the tower. Just change the number. I'll entertain an amendment to change $100,000 to $8,750.
So moved.
Wait a second.
Second, but
There's a
Mr.
motion, second discussion, go ahead.
We would have to delete, I think 2023 capital planning funding approved, because it's coming from that account, really. I mean, the 100,000 was written there to tell us that we already have the 100,000, but now we just need to spend it out of that account. Do we need to add do we just say 8,750 from account number 00125 or whatever? Capital
I'm
620.
gonna entertain a motion to postpone this completely. Because just let it go right up to council, let them take care of it up there. We're just gonna massacre this thing. This thing shouldn't even be on the agenda.
Okay, well, so move on that motion.
All right, I'll second that.
The motion second postpone it,
Okay, could I just ask one question?
under postponement, about postponing it.
Well, this doesn't even have to come to council because it's already been approved. Am I correct?
But the thing is, it's an expenditure off of the capital account. It doesn't make sense at all.
So you'll get it corrected.
Right, that's why I just wanted to kick it to the curb.
Okay.
All in favor? Opposed? Moving on to agenda number 5. Review and discuss proposed update to weights and measures fees and entertain a motion to the town council for acceptance.
So moved.
Wait a second.
So,
Motion is second. Mike? Front and center.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Hey,
Chief.
Chief.
Yeah, I took over the seal of weights and measures this year, and
Sit down.
I'm looking over the fee schedule, and the fee schedule hasn't been changed for quite a long time. So I started looking at other towns close by, what their fee schedules are, and we're way behind on that. So I don't know if you have in front of you the chart that I drew up, did they send it to you in the packet? And you can see what Charlton charges, what Auburn charges. We need quite a bit of equipment as well. So by raising these rates, we'll be able to afford to purchase that equipment. There's also a lot of things that have been added to that position over the past few years with scanners coming out. There's more work to be done. So I think increasing our fees to match Charlton's fees, which is almost double of what ours are, is a fair amount. Auburn is a little bit higher. Any questions, Mike? No.
Councilor Montigny?
Thank you, through you, to Mr. Como. I don't think they included the comparison chart. I do see your,
Yeah, I didn't get the comparison.
I didn't either. Yeah.
this
It's
is
just
a-
a chart.
this is what you're looking for?
That's, that's what they'd be going to.
Raised to
Right,
that, yeah,
right.
okay, I see.
So if you get that one, one more here. Let's share that one.
I see, so it's going, I see, so Charlton's $2, we're $1.50, we're gonna try to match Charlton on, it looks like, is it everything?
All of them, yeah.
All of them?
I sort of put it up and just copy Charlton's, their wording, everything. They just did theirs this year, so it's up to date.
Okay. Alright, I mean,
Any other discussion, questions?
How long have they had their, rates that way? Have they-
Charlton, they just
Yeah.
started, it was either July or August this year.
And so that was in line with all the other towns, surrounding towns?
I tried getting some other towns. There's a lot of towns that are done by the state, but the state is cracking down and telling all these towns if you're over, it's so many thousand people, you have to get your own sealer. So the state doesn't want to do it anymore.
Okay,
So the state's rates are even higher.
okay.
So I think going to Charles, I'm not sure the last time it was changed was Nick Tortoise did it many years ago. But a lot of the equipment I have right now, I'm using weights from 1845.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
The provers I have, they're just way outdated and not acceptable anymore. So that the need for that new equipment, I don't think the town has bought anything except for one 5-gallon prover in 66 years for that department. So I think it's time we update.
Kudos to Lefty.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Unanimous vote present. Thanks, Mike.
Michael just gave me
Mr. Chairman,
Moving on to it.
I just
PM?
want to say, we should also, I've had conversations with Mr. Como about this. He was able to work with the state to allow them to have us use one of their larger provers, which is gonna save us about $35,000, was it?
38 to 40,000. I made an agreement with them that they'll come out every year and do the oil trucks with me with their prover, so we don't have to buy one.
Nice.
It was almost $40,000 for a new one, so the amount of trucks that we do, it would take us 40 years to, break even on that.
Because we had previously been thinking about updating the one we had on the trailer that was outdated. It was gonna cost us a lot of money. So when he was looking into all this, they were able to work this out, so
Good.
it's saving us a fair amount of money.
Thank you. Thanks, Ian. Moving on to agenda item number 6, review and discuss transfer request for $6,600 from account 0190000.527400 property repair, maintenance, and demo to account number 0012405852000 general equipment to cover the cost of the equipment needed for the sealer, weights, and measures. Entertain a motion to the town council for approval and the authorization for the town manager to sign all documents.
So moved.
second.
Motion second, discussion. Not all in favor? Opposed? Unanimous of all present. Moving on to agenda item number 7, discuss, review and discuss transfer request for $111.50 from 01240.558000 miscellaneous materials to number 00124.571000 mileage to cover the cost of the mileage for the sealer and weights and measures equipment to get calibrated, and entertain motion to the town council for approval and authorize the town manager to sign all related documents.
So moved.
Second,
Motion second, discussion.
question.
Go ahead.
Maybe to the manager, I'm not sure, the $111.50, that's going into the mileage account?
So
DM?
I believe, as my understanding was, we didn't have money in that account to reimburse him. We were trying to get a vehicle for him at the time, and I think there was a conflict, so we wound up using his own vehicle, and we didn't have enough there to cover him.
So this is his personal vehicle?
I believe so. I think he's still in the hall. We can double check, but I believe that was.
All right,
Yeah,
the
that's
other
what
question
I've
I have,
done
if they use a town vehicle, is that a different account that comes out of?
No, I think it's just the town vehicle, but I don't know that there was one available at the time.
Okay. I'm just making sure there's enough money for mileage for the remainder of the year. I mean, it's,
I think,
Personal vehicle.
okay.
yeah, I think going forward, we would let him use one of the trucks or one of the SUVs, but I think they were tied up at the
Okay.
time.
Any further discussion? Not all those in favor? Opposed? Unanimous, all present. Number 8, we left this on here, the update on Sacred Heart Church. The only thing I can say, Tim, if you got something to comment to it?
I think you'll hear more tonight from Mr. Julian. He and I were out there last week. I did a drive-by today. I talked to Mr. Rivera this morning, and Mr. Julian spoke to Mr. Monaco. He's waiting on some, Mr. Monaco is waiting on some parts, but they have a plan. They submitted something last week. They're going to be putting up, it's more than a screen, it's almost like a chain link fence. It's going to wrap around. They were waiting on special bolts. They're going to bolt it in. So Mr. Julian would have more details, but they aren't currently out there because they're waiting on these specialized parts, but they're planning to move forward, and Mike Julian can speak more to it, but we've been in contact with him every couple of days just to make sure that there's something moving along.
Any discussion? If not, we'll move on to adjournment. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Shinya, seconded by Montigny. All those in favor? Opposed? Unanimous, all present. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.